What if God's silence isn't rejection, but refinement? What if your quiet season is where heaven does its deepest work? This is Sacred Silence, and every episode will bring you closer to the God who speaks even when he's quiet. Hey, you ever been in a dry place? You ever been through a season where it felt like God was silent or distant or just not interested in your problems? If you've ever been through a season like that, this episode is for you. It's also going to be our key verse. It's from Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. Now, when I read that, I hear two things. Number one, Jesus was led by the Spirit. That's an incredible thought. But number two, he was led into the wilderness. Wilderness means wild, uninhabited, desolate, barren, dry. And we know Jesus didn't need to go to the wilderness to learn how to survive because he created the wilderness. He wasn't going there to build a relationship with God because he was God. So why did Jesus go to the wilderness? Let's read the next couple verses and see if we can find out. Verse 2. He was there for 40 days, fasting and being tempted by the devil. And after this, he was hungry. Okay, so what are we learning so far? Number 1, wilderness is for fasting. Number 2, wilderness is for fighting temptation. Number 3, wilderness is for preparation. Now look at verse 1 again. Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. The Greek word led is a Strong's number 2912. It's the word chalanistha. And the only other place that word is used in the New Testament is in Acts chapter 21 verse 13, where it says, Nanagarbaras, one of the disciples, protested and took hold of Paul's clothes, begging him not to go into Jerusalem. So what do these two passages have in common? Well, they both use the same word, chalanistha, which is led. They also both have the same subject, which is going. And they also both have the same destination, which is Jerusalem. What am I getting at? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Jesus went to the wilderness to get ready to go to Jerusalem. Why? Because he knew what awaited him in Jerusalem, just like a Gerbar knew what awaited them in Jerusalem. Trouble, trouble. But let's finish looking at our key verse. After saying that Jesus was led into the wilderness, Matthew tells us, and he was there 40 days, fasting and being tempted by the devil, and after this, he was hungry. Let's break that down real quick. First, 40 days. 40 is the number of testing or temptation in the Old Testament. Think of Noah, 40 days and nights of rain. Think of Israel, 40 years wandering in the desert. Think of Moses, 40 days on Mount Sinai receiving the law. There's a pattern. Wilderness is for testing. It's for refining our faith. Number 2, he fasted. Fasting is a form of worship. Isaiah 58 talks about what God really wants on the day of fasting. He doesn't want us to be heavy with makeup, to anoint ourselves with oil, to wear nice clothes. He wants us to come before him with our chains of sin broken, to come and bow before him with our heads, not our bellies. If fasting is a form of worship, then Jesus was worshiping. No. 3, he was tempted by the devil. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But if Jesus needed to be prepared for temptation, how much more do we? We were sent to the wilderness to prepare us, not punish us. Look, if this is a season that you're feeling like God is distant, it's probably because he's trying to get your attention. This isn't a coincidence. This is a classroom. The wilderness is a worship school. Here's what you learn in worship school. Number 1, you learn to worship without applause. No longer are you doing good things to get a pat on the back or a gold star. You're doing good things simply because they're good. You don't post it on social media. You don't tell anyone. You just do it because it's right. Number 2, you learn to pray without answers. The wilderness is a place where you stop looking for signs and you start looking for strength. Number 3, you learn to walk by faith and not by feelings. Feelings will lie to you. Feelings will tell you God has forgotten you. Feelings will tell you you're not important. Feelings will tell you it's time to quit. Feelings will fail you. Faith won't. Faith will tell you to hold on just a little longer. Just a little longer, my child. Just a little longer, and I'll show myself to you. Deuteronomy 8:22 reminds us, the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness. These 40 days to humble you and to test you, to know what was in your heart, whether you would fear him and obey his voice or not. This dry place you're in, this barren season, this wilderness you're walking through, is a worship school. It's a place of preparation. It's where dependence is learned, where intimacy is built, where worship becomes real, where you realize you need God more than God needs you. So worship Him in the wilderness. Worship Him in the dry places. Worship Him in the valleys. Worship Him in the seasons of waiting. The season is sacred.